FML Expert Exhaustion Indicator. The Expert Exhaustion Indicator gives you a snapshot of when the market is running out of power on a particular trend. We can determine this by using the custom momentum indicator and volume to find this point. When your indicator detects a change in current momentum, you are going to see a yellow dot on the chart. I'm going to mark on this chart 4 places where yellow dot appeared. So every time our indicator spots a potential change in a trend, we are going to print a yellow dot. On this pair, you can see that after every dot, market changed more or less a momentum right away. But you need to understand that that doesn't need to be the case always. This just gives us information that market is running a little bit overbought or oversold, that there is no real power in the current trend. Let's check more examples. So over here, we can see a 3 points. Again, first 2, more or less, we seen the instant change. But after the third and final dot that you see on this chart, market took a few hours before we really pushed higher. The good thing to know here is to simply understand that if we are running out of the sellers, our dot is going to be printed at the bottom of the chart, so at the low of the candle, and if we are running out of the buying power, we are going to print the dot at the high of the candle. So if you're not sure which side to look, just check where are we printing our dots. Here's another example. Again, we have dollar yen here. We have 3 dots. As you can see, market really changed the direction after that third dot. But even if you look at that first and second dot, market still moved higher right after. So dots do not need to mean right away the trend is going to change. But they are indication that the current trend or cycle, how I like to call it, is close to getting over. Let's see more examples. Again, here, this is on DAX, and you see this indicator will work on every single instrument and the asset class. So we have just 2 dots, and the both times market really nicely changed the trend. Here is some forex pair, Kiwi Canadian dollar. We have 2 dots. We can see that after a first dot, we had one small spike higher, but price dropped lower right after that. After second dot, definitely market just moved higher. You will use these dots to show you when you need to scale out your open trades and get a good idea of when the current cycle should finish. So if you assume that we had this alert and that we entered a short position here, definitely after a first dot, if our take profit is not reached, we should look to scale out of a trade. Scaling out can be in 2 ways. The first and the easiest way would be to close the entire position, or the second way would be to close the half of the current position and move the stops to break even.